if you never put your Toyota Tacoma in four-wheel drive, never put it in four-wheel drive. Now, what am I talking about? You know, there's a lot of gears and components and things that are involved when you go to four-wheel drive, right? You need to keep all that stuff lubricated. Per the manual, you're supposed to put your Tacoma into four-wheel drive for at least 10 miles once a month or every 30 days. That's a month, right? So I would argue that if you're never going to use four-wheel drive, and then one day, you know, a year or two, you happen to think about it, you want to put it in just for kicks, I wouldn't do it because you haven't been lubricating those parts, right? You could create a problem for yourself and have a failure. So I just wouldn't do it. But if you want to know how to do it, I'm going to show you here. First of all, what are the different drives for? Well, I've got the handy dandy manual here so I can tell you directly what Toyota says. Two-wheel drive is the high-speed position. It is two-wheel drive. It says use this for normal driving on hard surfaced roads. The position gives greater economy, quietest ride, and least wear. Well, obviously, if you're not using the four-wheel drive components, there won't be any wear on them. Number 2 is for high, the high-speed four-wheel drive position. It says use this for driving only on tracks that permit the tires to slide, like off-road, icy, or snow-covered roads. This position provides greater traction than two-wheel drive. Makes sense. All four-wheel drives are driving, right? Lastly, we've got for low speed position for four-wheel drive. Use this for maximum power and traction. Use for low for climbing or descending steep hills, off-road driving, or hard pulling in sand, mud, or deep snow. Those are the 4 different positions, I guess, or 3 different positions that you can use with your Toyota Tacoma if you have four-wheel drive. Now, how do you get there, right? How do you get into four-wheel drive? Shifting from two-wheel to four high. Reduce the speed to less than 62 miles per hour. So you can be moving, you don't have to be at a stop. Turn the front-wheel drive control switch to four high. Very easy to do. The four-wheel indicator will come on and it'll be on your dash there. Shifting from four high to two-wheel drive or going back, turn the front-wheel drive control switch to two-wheel drive. This can be done at any speed. You do not need to depress the clutch, by the way, if you happen to have a manual. Now, how do you go from four high to four low? It says here, stop the vehicle completely. That's important. Make sure you stop. You don't want to jam those gears up against each other while you're moving. Let's see. It says to depress the brake pedal, shift the shift lever to neutral. So, in an automatic, you need to be in neutral and stopped. Push and turn the four-wheel or front-wheel drive control switch to four low. The four low indicator will come on the screen. If the four-wheel drive indicator flashes and a buzzer sounds, try the steps above again. That means it didn't work. So do it over. I would put it back, in this case, to four high. Make sure you're neutral. Make sure you're stopped. I'd even keep my foot on the brake and then try it again. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's really not too difficult. Now, to go from four low to four high, stop the vehicle completely and continue to press the brake pedal. They say that not because the brake pedal has some magic feature, because they don't want the truck to move. Shift the shift lever to neutral, so you need to be in neutral again with your foot on the brake. Push and turn the front wheel drive control switch to four high. The four low indicator will go off. That's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. Now, I'm going to go out and do it. We're actually going to do it on this video because I haven't done it for a while. Let's go. Okay, we're out here on a straight run. You can see in the dash, four-wheel drive is not on. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm just going to creep forward a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this to four high. There we go. We've gone to four high, and I heard a click. You can see the four-wheel drive indicator flashing, and now it has gone to nothing. So we're in four-wheel drive right now. We are moving. We're going straight. And again, the only thing I noticed, I did hear a little bit of a click when we went to four-wheel drive. Not a big deal. To go back, you just want to go ahead and turn back to two-wheel drive. And it's flashing, and now it's completely gone. So now we're completely out of four-wheel drive. Next, we're going to go into 4 low. Okay, we're completely stopped. I'm going to start inching forward again, and we're going to go to 4 high, which I've done. And we should have the indicator lit up, and it looks like we do. It's not focusing well, but it's kind of dark too. But there you can see the indicators lit up. Now, according to the directions, we're going to stop. We're going to shift into neutral, like so. And then notice it does say here push. So you have to push the button to go into 4 low. So we're going to do that. All right, we've gone to 4 low, and let me block some sun out of this here. You can see it says 4 low, and it's turned off everything. Traction control is off, vehicle traction itself, I guess, is off, and so is the collision system. So now we're in 4 low. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna just inch forward a little bit. Oops, first, don't forget, you got to go out of neutral. So let's go to, whoa, that really lurched forward. But now we're in 4 low. Wow, and you can really feel that. Man, it makes a heck of a difference. If I was off-road, I can just tell it would really grab, right? Now we're going to stop. Wow, makes a heck of a difference. Let's go back to neutral. All right, and then we're gonna go to 4 high. So we're gonna turn, and you should see everything, and real quick there, it disappeared. We're back into 4 high. So now I'm going to just drive forward. Let's go back to drive there. We're in 4 high. You guys can see right there. And I'm just going to drive forward a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead, and while we're moving, I'm going to go back to two-wheel drive. Let's do that. Back to two-wheel drive, and before I can even get my hand up there, the flasher has gone, or the signal indicator, I guess, and we're back to two-wheel drive, regular drive. All right, there you have it. That's a real quick little demonstration, I guess, as to how to go through the different drive modes or drive options in the 4-wheel drive Toyota Tacoma. As I said in the beginning, you know, the thing that enters my mind, if you don't use 4-wheel drive, don't use 4-wheel drive. If you never put it into 4-wheel drive, you know, after a while, maybe it's been a year or 2 or whatever, all of those components might not have very good lubrication, and they might even kind of join a little bit. So, you know, when things rust or seize. So it might not be a bad idea, if you're the kind of person that never uses 4-wheel drive, to never use 4-wheel drive. Why risk having a problem? You're supposed to run it for 10 miles. There's a big controversy out there. Oh, you shouldn't be driving your truck on pavement in 4-wheel drive. I would add a caveat to that. You shouldn't be driving your truck in 4-wheel drive on pavement if you're making a lot of turns. There's no reason you can't drive in 4-wheel drive high while you're on pavement if you're just going straight, or have gentle curves where you're not really putting a lot of stress on the components, because that's why people say you shouldn't do it. Putting too much pressure on that transmission and also eating up your tires. So if you can find a good 10-mile long stretch of road, not a bad idea to throw it into 4-wheel drive once in a while. Leave a comment, let me know. You ever put your truck into 4-wheel drive just to keep everything lubricated? Or you haven't touched it in months, and who knows if it even works? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.